Okay, so I'm gonna go to work soon, but I just wanted to get out a few of my earliest memories. The first memory that I ever had, which is kind of ironic, is actually death. Yes, death. My Aunt Joy had died when I think I was either 3 or 4. And I remember her being in her coffin. She had ginger straight hair. Her face was kind of wrinkled. She looked like peaceful. Her hands were on her belly, and she was like lying flat, like obviously in the coffin. And then like there were clouds behind her with the blue sky. And I remember like doing like a card for her or something and putting it in her, just being surrounded in cards. So that's my first memory. My second memory is ballet school and being with a guy who liked me and having my teacher yell at me for trying to get my makeup done, but she wanted to take a picture. I don't actually remember her name now. My third memory is getting left behind for a ballet recital for my sister. And my next door neighbor, Mrs. McGee, had come over, who lived in the brick house with her husband. Had to come over and make sure I was okay because they left me behind, and Grandma Ferno was wondering where I was. And then I remember after that, from then on, we decided to do a sound off in the van. So we'd go sound off, Faith, Joseph, Daniel, Hope, Charity, Justice, all of us. Making sure we were all there from then on, which is kind of smart. We probably should have done that in the first place. Another memory is playing the buggy game. So if we saw some Volkswagen bugs, we would count them. I think our highest number was 357 in the summer to go get ice cream. I remember my dad graduated from college and my grandma almost died from skin cancer. So to celebrate surviving and graduating college, we went to Disney World. I just remember having a jewelry box of Cinderella and having all the Cinderella characters sign it. I believe I also got a Jasmine doll. I also remember playing baseball with my dad because he was the coach and I was the catcher and Hope was the pitcher. I remember listening to Newsboys and Toby Mac in the backyard for like 2 hours every single day, swinging, looking at the trees. I remember going, this is older, this is like now this memory here is like mid-teens, going out in the middle of the woods and singing my heart out. I also remember Justice spying on me on the top of the hill while I sing, which I didn't like because I just wanted to sing alone in solitude. Memories. My first crush was Nathan Smith. He got to be an angel, and I don't remember what I was, but I remember his muscles, his fake foam muscles from his costume, and me standing right next to him, and like we got along and whatnot. I remember doing VBS. This is childhood again. At the family life center, not family life center. Well, we went swimming there. We went to at the Jewish Community Center, and then First Family Church was where we did VBS, and basketball. There it is. Oh, my another memory I have was when the boys played baseball. Both of them were pitchers. Daniel threw like 97-mile-an-hour balls. But I remember being in the sun and eating Chex Mix and having Kenzie, Hanny being like, don't pick out the good things, and not remembering what picking meant. Memories. I remember building a Buckeye Lego statue with the boys and playing PS2 SSX3. I don't have more memories than that. That's like basic childhood stuff. I remember ruining a Easter because we didn't know what the clues were, and I was like, oh, maybe in the garage because that's the only place we haven't done it yet. And I screamed it out, and Dad got mad. He's like, no. I was like, well, it's the only logical place. So yeah, I just wanted to be smart, but I kind of ruined it. I remember playing my DS under the covers and Hope getting mad at me for it. Anything else? Remember going on the bed and writing God is Love on the boards and some Nemo passwords. I remember doing the bunk bed forts where I'd put a bed sheet or a blanket into the tucking of the bunk bed and that would be like my fort. I remember writing exotic stories about Jabba the Hutt and Star Wars. Oh, and Beauty and the Beast as well. I remember like winning a few contests at the library for reading a ton of books. I remember the first book I ever read was Narnia. I was in the van. It was extremely hot. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's it for today. Some random memories. There you go. Locked in the box.